Hi Libras, it's Nick. Welcome to your weekly reading. I hope you guys are all doing well. And just like I usually used to do with all the weeklies, we're going to look into your health, career, work, school, finances, and relationships. And before we get into that, I'm going to get an animal spirit message for you using my favorite little animal spirit book that I've used before. You've seen me using my channel, and I'll have it linked below if you're interested for any of those who may want to purchase it. All right, and this is from my Libras, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus, or maybe you're a cross watcher watching for your Libra person, or you just maybe someone who has a lot of Libra placements and so you're curious. So we welcome everybody. All right, let's see what animal has a message for you for all my Libras, please. And I just finished eating lunch. I made myself a little turkey sandwich, so excuse me if I'm like, you know. Libras. Nice. Okay, so you guys got the gopher, groundhog, woodchuck. I guess those are other names for it. And this is chapter 3, page 86. All right, so elements is earth, primary colors is brown and gray. So the groundhog symbolizes digging in, looking deeply, and not accepting things as they seem on a superficial level. When groundhog shows up, it means that it's time to get moving, be more ambitious, and really labor to achieve your goals. Sometimes getting what you want requires hard work. Groundhog moves more than 700 pounds of dirt to create its burrow. So to achieve results, you need to be diligent, stay focused, and not give up. Groundhog urges you to keep things clean. When your living environment is clean, energy flows better and there are fewer blockages around you. Groundhog is an indication that you need to take responsibility for the things that you do or don't do, the choices you make, especially if they affect someone else, and the things that you say. You are accountable for yourself, so don't play the blame game and put fault on others. Groundhog means you're drawn to spirituality, metaphysical topics, dream analysis, and developing your intuitive abilities. You enjoy studying new material on these topics, which in turn helps your own spiritual growth. Nice. So the groundhog, gopher, is asking you to dig in a little bit more, put in the groundwork, get things done, make no excuses. Hopefully that resonates. All right. Let's look into your reading for the week. So this is for December 8th to the 14th, and we're going to look into your health first, so body, mind, spirit, and then we'll do a clarifier. For Libras. Oops. Health, body, mind, spirit. Clarify. Okay, so first card out is the 3 of Cups, and then clarifying is the 6 of Pentacles. All right, Libra, so some of you may have water in your chart, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or just maybe kind of in that watery energy this week. It looks like this week for health that you are enjoying yourself. You may be having fun, getting together with some friends or family, or going to a party, a get together, or going to a friend's house, maybe watching a movie, having some drinks, eating some appetizers, baking, doing holiday cooking. But it looks like you're having a good time this week and you're expressing yourself. Maybe you're talking a little bit more, you're connecting more with others. Feels like your heart is open, you're happy. Emotionally, you seem to be in a very good place this week. And this week, the center of your attention for health is just your emotions, being happy, talking, sharing connection, sharing energy with other people. So you may be hanging out with other people, and that's what's bringing like happiness to your heart and actually helping your health overall. When you're happy, you're just like healthier. And to clarify is the 6 of Pentacles. So yes, it looks like you're receiving some kind of like support and help maybe from others, maybe some friends or family. They're kind of like giving you some things, or made some food for you, or inviting you out to eat. Like they're kind of helping you feel better about yourself, or helping you in your health in some way, shape, or form. So others or someone else in your life may be helping to bring more balance and restore, make you feel better and help and benefit your health in some way, shape, or form. Very nice. All right, So yeah, you could be just feeling overall good and feeling like more like yourself this week. And I think for a lot of Libras, generally speaking, that tends to be the case. If like you're around good people, you're around like healthy, loving people that like nurture you, like overall you're like in a really good place. Even if there are like other things happening in your life, you're overall just like better, you're able to manage through when you have like good relationships around you. All right, what's going on when it comes to your career, work, school, money, finances, and then clarify. Okay, so first card out is the Knight of Wands, and then clarifying is the Page of Cups. All right, so Libras, this week when it comes to your work, school, career, finances, or that category, that area of your life, it feels like you are moving very fast and you're going after things. It looks like you may have this like spark of like energy, passion, motivation. You're really excited about something and you're just ready to like express it, showcase it, share it with the world, share it with others. You're kind of just really on it. You have like this energy about you this week. And I would say don't let it go to waste, but also be careful because this Knight of Wands has that like stigma, has that, is known to like, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. So you want to make sure you're able to like sustain this energy that you have for a longer period of time and it doesn't just like zoom by you. So conserve your energy. Don't overexhaust yourself and take on more than you can handle, okay? But use it to your advantage, get things done. To clarify is the Page of Cups. So you may have received a very loving, heartwarming message from someone, maybe a younger water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, that just kind of like it motivates you. It helped you remember who you are, your gifts, your talents, and recognized you for your abilities. And now you're just like, you have all this like passion and energy to like get things done. And now you're like motivated. So you're just like motivated overall this week. And I feel like you're really wanting to push out and exert whatever you have to offer. You're like, you don't want to like hold it in anymore. You're like, I don't want to hide. I want to like showcase it to the world. I want to share it and I'm not holding back anymore. And this week we do have Mercury going into Sagittarius. So I feel like that is giving kind of a lot of people this like courage to kind of just like say things, speak it and not think twice, which in some ways is a good thing. But also remember, Mercury is debilitated, does not do well in Sagittarius since that's opposite of Gemini, and it can be very blunt, very direct, which is actually a good thing for people who are very like shy and reserved. But for others it can sometimes maybe like people may not have a filter and may like make mistakes or say things without like thinking it through, you know? So it has its like pros and cons, but we just want to keep that in mind. All right, let's see what's going on when it comes to your relationships. And remember, when I say relationships, it doesn't have to be just love. This can be your friends, your family, sister, cousin, niece, nephew, child. But and if it isn't love and you're not dealing with anyone, you can look at the other person's side and their energy as your shadow self. Okay, all right, so let's see. For Libras, where are they at? What's going on when it comes to relationships? And then clarify. Okay, and then other side, other person or their shadow self. And shared mutual energy between the two. Okay, so on your side, your energies here, we got the Fool, clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. All right, so some of you may have more air in your chart, like Aquarius, Gemini, maybe even Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. On this other side, for this other person or your shadow self, we got the Two of Pentacles, clarified by the Four of Cups. So you could be dealing with a Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or maybe water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Then as your shared mutual energy between the two is the Eight of Swords. So both of you are feeling like stuck, or you have some kind of like stuck energy that's like holding you back a little bit. And it could just be like thoughts, conversations, things that like are keeping you both from like expanding and growing and letting go. So let's see what's holding you guys back. On your side, your energy's here. I feel like for this week, when it comes to your relationships, that you are ready to step into a new space. You want to start fresh. You want to take a leap of faith. You're ready to take a chance. You're ready to start new and, try new things and go to new places or meet new people or start a new relationship. Like, you want new. You're bored. You're like, I want something different. I want something that will reset me. So you're ready to break free. You're ready to start something new, spread your wings and fly. And to clarify here, maybe why you could be like feeling this energy of like, I just want to take a chance, is the Seven of Pentacles. It's because you've already spent a lot of time planning, organizing, preparing. You're like, I've already been working on myself. I've been healing myself and trying to get better. And I feel like I'm finally in that place. And so I'm ready to start fresh. I'm ready to start new. I'm ready to get into a relationship. I'm ready to meet someone or like start my life. Like you feel like you've already done a lot of work. You've already done a lot of inner work and you've healed and you're ready for like this new life or partnership. Excuse me. On this other side, for this other person, I feel like here that this person's kind of in limbo. They're kind of going back and forth where like you may be like, sure, you're like, yes, I want to start fresh. I want to jump into this relationship or I'm ready. This person is not so much, they're not on the same, like they could go back and forth. Like they may sometimes feel ready, but then another side of them is like they're kind of in limbo. They're not really sure. They have some doubts. And for them, it's like logistic things and being realistic. Like, does this make sense? Financially, does it make sense? Like, I don't know. What are my values? Do we have the same values? Do we relate to each other well? Like, they're kind of like thinking of all the scenarios, they're kind of thinking of everything. Whereas like you're ready to take the jump, they're kind of like trying to weigh out all their pros and cons. It doesn't mean they don't like you. They're just trying to really think like realistically if this is going to make sense or not. And to clarify, is the Four of Cups. So part of the reason for their doubts and wanting to really like think about it and weigh out their pros and cons is because emotionally they may not feel fully comfortable. They may feel kind of like a little bit stuck or like something's missing. Something is not fully they're not fully convinced. There's like a void or something that they need to fill, something that's missing, and emotionally maybe they still need to like spend more time to feel secure or like something is not making them comfortable or like 100%. And it's not like one thing that they can pinpoint. It's just like an overall kind of like, I don't know, like it is good, but like something is off for them. And they maybe just need more time or they are just not sold on it yet or ready for like to make that jump like you are, okay? And it doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It's just that maybe the timing, like you're ready, it just may take a little bit more time for them to like be ready like you, if that makes sense. Your shared mutual energy, in some way, shape, or form, both of you are like held back by like thoughts and ideas and things that maybe you've spent a lot of time thinking about. These are things that are like holding you guys back a little bit, except they see it, you don't. You may not think that you have these like thoughts that are holding you back, but you do. You just maybe kind of ignore it, or you're like, oh no, I'm fine, like I'm healed, I'm good. But there are still things that you're stuck in that you need to let go of, that are going to prevent you from like moving forward. And it's things that you've spent a lot of time thinking about, a lot of time telling yourself, a lot of your time like running through these thoughts, these conversations, these things, but you know how to like kind of like let it go or just like not think about it, but it's still there. And for them, they just are recognizing it and they want to make sure that you guys maybe get through it, or maybe they're still waiting. They're still waiting for you guys to have a hard conversation or have some deeper, harder conversations with each other to really fully be convinced that like, okay, we got this. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be solid. But I think until then, they may not fully like have that emotional connection with you. And that's the only thing that's lacking. It's not that you don't have that emotional connection, is that they need that like those hard, awkward, uncomfortable, deep conversations is what's gonna like lock everything in place emotionally for them to feel secure. But a lot of times we run away from that because it's like weird and awkward and we don't want to talk about that, you know, we just want to be in love and have fun, keep things lighthearted. But I think both of you deep down inside, you know that you need to have some kind of like hard conversation and talk about things and spend time unraveling maybe some things that both of you have kind of like set aside or have been avoiding, if that makes sense. Okay, and then you should probably be okay. But that's like the only thing I see. All right, so Libras, I hope you guys enjoyed this and found it helpful. Thank you so much for being here, for watching. Hopefully I see you for your next reading, and I wish you guys all the best. Take care. Bye.